Oh man, it's only 3 more days till the Xbox One X is in everybody's hands, including my own. And I saw this interesting interview here that talked about how the Xbox One X won't be pushed to its limits anytime soon. And I wanted to talk about that right now. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And if you missed it late yesterday, kind of early morning yesterday, I posted my review for Super Lucky's Tale, a game that comes out alongside the Xbox One X on November 7th. It is published by Microsoft, kind of a new exclusive. It's a platformer. So I posted my review. Make sure you guys check it out when you got the chance. I enjoyed the game, even though I know there are people out there that didn't. But hey, opinions. What are you going to do about them, right? So this video is going to be about the Xbox One X and how it won't be pushed to its limits anytime soon like Gears of War did on the 360. And you know what? Before we even get started, I'm starting to get really, really excited for my new system. I've seen a lot of reviews out there from a lot of different places. My buddy Maca91 posted his review, and then the loading times, even the loading times, man. Like, for how many games I play, and to see the difference that you'll be saving from loading from the S to the X, I just think of all the levels you have to load in all these games and all the games that'll be playing. I'm like, man, that is almost worth the $500 in itself, saving all that time. But I've read a lot of the reviews. You know, there are quite a lot of positive ones. Of course, quite a lot of middling, like middle-of-the-road stuff. And then stuff that is kind of, you know, negative or leaning towards negative. But it's, hey, the only person that's going to be able to decide if you want the system or not is yourself. So it is what it is. But anyways, one of the things about the Xbox One X that is unlike previous generations or systems is that it is basically tied to the Xbox One. Now, Gaming Bolt, they asked a couple devs from the development team of Project Code Shift if we would see the Xbox One X get kind of maxed out anytime soon, like Gears of War did for the Xbox 360. And they said, remember how Gears of 1 pushed the 360 to its limits early on in its cycle? I don't think we'll see that anytime soon. Full potential, that is. However, I can only speak for smaller developmental teams like ours. One of the reasons for that is exactly what you said, spending time and resources on supporting the older Xbox. So a lot of multi-platform teams won't be able to push the Xbox One X, or the PS4 Pro for that matter, to the limits, get as much power and juice out of the system as they can, because they got to spend time, resources, and money making the regular Xbox One and the regular PS4 version as good as it can be, because that is where the majority of the audience is still going to be. People forget that. The majority of the audience is going to be on the Xbox One S, at least for the next couple years, unless the X just completely takes off. And the development are going to focus on that version, because that is the version that everybody is more than likely going to play. Now, you're going to have teams out there that could push it to its limits, and those are the first-party teams. Someone like a 343 and a Halo 6, or the Coalition and Gear 6, maybe even Playground Games and Forza Horizon 4. You give them their units. They don't have to worry about coding for PlayStation or anything like that. All they got to worry about is the both Xbox versions, and with that time, and considering they're only making that version, they can potentially really push the limits of what the Xbox One X does. And that is what a first-party team is supposed to do. They're the ones who are supposed to get the most out of the system, because they don't have to worry about it working on a whole bunch of different configurations like Ubisoft does or Activision does or any of the big multi-platform developers. So with that in mind, and with this small dev saying, you know, smaller devs like us, we won't be able to do it because we still have to support the bigger games, There, maybe somebody like Ubisoft could. We've seen Assassin's Creed Origins, and even if you take just Gen as an example, what Assassin's Creed Unity looked like on the Xbox One, and now what Assassin's Creed Origins looks like a mere 4 years later, there's definitely a difference. Like, they have gotten a lot of power out of the system. And even you take the earlier games, remember the early Call of Duties were like 720p? Well, they're not 720p on the Xbox One anymore. They're a little bit higher. Sure, some games have a little bit lower resolution than the PS4 counterparts, but for the most part, the gap, the disparity between the two systems isn't as great as it used to be. And that's because people are getting used to coding. They understand the Xbox One better than they did before, so games are starting to look better. So while a lot of the games on the Xbox One X look great now, like Assassin's Creed Origins, Quantum Break, Gears of War 4, I wonder what games they're going to look like 3 years from now, in 2020, when teams have more of a grasp on the system, right? And maybe more of the user base has moved on, so they can develop and give more time to the Xbox One X. And we'll look back on and be like, oh, you remember what Gears 4 looked like on the X, and then what Gears 5 looks like on the X? There might be a big jump there. And that is something that's going to be pretty cool to see years down the road, in my opinion. So I'm getting super excited about the X. Probably doing a whole bunch of videos here leading up to the launch of the system. Maybe do a review of the system as well. It's a great time to be an Xbox fan. Got a brand new system out there. Whole bunch of games. Whole bunch of updated games to play. I've held off on quite a lot. Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed Origins only played for an hour. I'm really looking forward to delving into that. Call of Duty, haven't played it yet because I'm waiting for the X version. So it's a good time to be a gamer, good time for the gaming industry in general. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the Xbox One X do you agree with the developer, how it's not going to be pushed to its limits anytime soon? Are games going to look drastically different on the system in 3 years? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I do drop new videos. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch it. I really appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.